Yeah, so as I was saying before, try and buy the good quality ones. You'll regret it if you buy the cheap ones. Sandra, I bought the cheap ones for Sandra's machine, and she ripped one of those balls right out and kind of ruined her day at the track that day. So be wary of that. It's all 3/4 round bar that I use. This is a 3/4 hole here. These U-joints that I bought are 3/4. Don't be fooled by this. This is an old piece. Generally, you just need one. So that you come down on an angle, you go through the pillow block bearing, and then to bring it back 90 again, use the U-joint. And then you can use a threaded rod or a piece of pipe. I used a piece of pipe here. A 3/8 socket head cap screw fits just nicely inside there. You can plug weld it on. And then I just bend it to suit my frame. So it's nice and tight. It's not too close to the ground. If you can see here, the steering knuckle, I made that out of a piece of 3x3 by quarter wall tube. Drilled a hole down through, so it's, perpendicular. Then take a zip cut and hack the other end of the tube off. And it makes a nice square with a nice radius on it and everything like that. And I weld a piece of 3/4 round bar on the other end for the axle. So it's going to be custom to whatever you're doing. That's how I do it. I did away with the old Wheelhorse axle because they're always bent on Wheelhorse always bent them on a funny angle. Never suits what I'm doing. I find the axle being solid is much better. It's much more rigid. It doesn't float, so it doesn't change how your rear tires are gripping the ground. Keeps the weight straight. Some guys leave theirs floating, but I find it much better to have it solid. And for that, I just used a piece of 1x2 by 1/8 tube. Nice and light, but it's strong at the same time. And that's basically how I do it. It's fairly straightforward, fairly easy to do, and it actually works well. I've got it on all 3 of the mods now, and I've run probably 2 seasons now with it like that, and it's fairly straightforward. One thing I've noticed now in doing this video, I don't have any stops on this. I forgot to do it, so I'm going to have to do that. You want to have hard stops somewhere here. I'll show you on the diesel how I have that. See, I've got a stop there, so that when you crank it all the way, it has a hard stop to hit up against. In general, it's not an issue, but there's the one on this side, right there. In general, you won't find it an issue, but usually it's in the pits where you run into trouble. You gotta crank it real hard to get out of somebody's way, or sometimes the quarters are kind of cramped, so these things don't steer real well. And if you find you got to crank real hard, quite often you'll over crank and you'll bend your steering rod. And I've done it, so that's why I know I got to put stops on it. It's a rare occasion that it'll happen, but it has happened to me in the past. So to stop that from happening, I put the hard stops on, and then it's not an issue. Okay, guys, that's about it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. You don't want to miss out on anything cool. There's going to be more coming. Hit that like button, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.